So welcome in, everyone. Welcome to a special series that we have tonight, hosted by Claudianne Hibbert-Smith, real estate mogul, real estate investor. She's done over $700 million in real estate sales, and she has a lot of investments. And she's here to share a wealth of information and resources to you guys tonight, specifically covering 40-year mortgages and grants. I do see her on the line right now. So if you guys don't have a pen and paper handy, now is the time to get it. We have a good amount of people on the live. So if you guys could stay muted until she brings you guys up, because I want to make sure that everyone hears the information here. Claudianne, I'm going to pin you so that everyone can see you. And with no further ado, guys, I want to welcome to the call the host of tonight's special seminar for all the realtors, all the buyers, all the investors here, top producer within her real estate organization. And when I tell you, and guys, drop some fire in the chat. If you've worked with Claudianne, if you are part of her real estate sphere and you receive knowledge and resources for her, drop some fire in the chat. We want to start this call with high energy because we know how much she pours into us each and every single night. Not only that, when I tell you in the mornings, 9 a.m. sharp, making sure that she motivates us. And guys, usually we train Wednesdays. This is a Tuesday night. So this is not a training, but this is more resources for us. So Claudianne, can you hear me? All right. So with no further ado, the floor is yours. Welcome in, everyone.
First of all, I want to say thank you for you guys showing up. I could not take 2 weeks to do and host this training because time is of the essence. And so I decided that I would just jump right in, and whoever got the information, I just pray that you just disseminate it out. So I want everybody to do me a favor. I want everybody to, let me just remove my spotlight. If you could turn your cameras on really quickly. If you can turn your cameras on really quickly. Go ahead and turn your cameras on really quickly. Come on, Josie. Come on back, Josie. Turn your cameras on really quickly. Take a picture of the screen. Post it for me in your Instagram. Tell the people to join it. You have the link. This is important. And I'm going to be sharing with you why it's so important and why we should have more people on here. We don't know if grants are going to be available, guys, any longer in 2025 under the new administration. Okay. I'm coming here to let you guys know what we need to do in order to get you into your property before that time comes, or we need to make sure that you are prepared to get into the real estate market. Does that make sense? That makes sense? Does that make sense? All right, recession proof. How many buyers, if you're a buyer, if you don't own a home right now, you don't own any real estate by way of title, mortgage, you bought it, drop the letter B in the chat box. If you do not own any real estate, guys, don't be ashamed. I remember the day that I didn't own any property. And so if you do not own any properties right now, just drop the letter B in the chat box. I want to see who I'm talking to tonight. I want to see who we're going to position tonight. I want to see who we're going to position tonight, who I'm talking to tonight. Congratulations in advance, Ayana, Deshauna, Carmela, Mershawn. Let me back up, Tiffany. Congratulations in advance, Dr. Corey. Congratulations, Jasmine. Bria Bars. Congratulations, Terrell. Congratulations. Y'all congratulate them in advance. Congratulate them in advance, because this is about to be what I'm about to do is change y'all lives. What I'm about to do is really take you on a journey tonight to show you how to maximize the power of real estate. I'm going to show you how to maximize the power of real estate. I'm going to show you how to maximize the power of real estate. So I just posted, and now I'm going to give you guys the information. Okay. Are y'all ready? Y'all got y'all friends. I'm going to give y'all a couple more minutes to go ahead and get your friends, your families, While I'm saying that, if you're in the Miami area, Broward County area, and you are of any sort of professional, you work or you worked, and you want to take advantage of the student loan cancellation, they want to tap into that. Definitely, we're having that live right here in Miami. Dr. Sonia Lewis is coming in town just for that. We got the mayor who's going to be there. The councilwoman is going to be there, Katrina Wilson. We've got newly re-elected Linda Harris is going to be there. So we are excited about that. Let me grab the link for y'all for those who may want to attend. It's also free. Crystal, I'm going to text it to you if you could just help me out. This is an in-person event. We got to take advantage of what is going on right now. Hold on, Crystal. Boom. All right. Guys, we got 61 people on here. Y'all give yourselves a round of applause. Let me just do one more thing. See, when you do these Zooms late at night, you don't really have a whole team. So I appreciate y'all being patient. I do appreciate y'all. I'm eating grapes. Don't worry. When I start, I won't be eating. So I don't want y'all to think, oh, she rude. She eating on the Zoom, y'all. Let me tell you something. I left here at 8 a.m. this morning. I just got here at 8 p.m. at night. I'm going to repeat that. I left this house at 7:45, a.m. this morning, dropped my kids off to school, went to hosted my 9 a.m. call, hosted my 9 a.m. call to 9:30 with Crystal, then went over to the 10X building and hosted a meeting with my realtor so that we can create more inventory for you with the down payment assistance that we're going to be talking about. Then I left there and went to a listing appointment an hour and 15 minutes away from that location. Drove an hour and 15 minutes back. Guys, I had one little thing to eat. And so, yes, I'm eating grapes. And I just got here in the house nearly at 8 o'clock. And so, yeah, I'm excited. I'm not tired for you guys. People say, how do I do it? Because I'm excited for the people. I'm excited for you. I remember being broke. Yikes. Let me see. I know I saw that card somewhere. Usually it's around, but I remember, guys, I remember being discouraged. I remember being, and I just want to send this. We are live. Boom. Great day. Claudia and Hibbert here, guys. All right, here we go. www.realtor. No.
Recession proof.
Thank you. All right, somebody's on Instagram. All right, so watch this, guys. So first of all, I'm super excited for what we have going on tonight. I'm truly amazed that you guys are here. And I want to start in the beginning. I realize that we don't share our stories enough. So I want to share with you guys when I was 14 years old, guys, and I gotta tell some of y'all have heard this, and that's okay. I'm gonna need you to hear it again though, because some people on here did not hear that story. Okay, that's important. I do, before I get started, y'all, I do want to do one more thing. I want to show you the proof. I didn't ask her to do it. She may not be prepared to do it. It's probably past her bedtime, but I'm going to see if she'll do it. I want to see if she'll do it for me. And I'm gonna. All right, cool. That's not it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. If you're excited about what I'm about to share, just drop a number 1 in the chat box. If you're excited, if you know what your goals are for 2025, and then you're excited about that, drop a number 1. If you know you're gonna go into home ownership by way of investment first, drop a number 1 in the chat box. If you already own a home and you want to go and invest, drop a number 1 in the chat box, because we're going to cover all that today. We're going to cover all of that today. Your call has been... Okay, she didn't answer. Let me just see if she'll answer Mario's call real quick while I host you guys. But she does have a new phone number, so I'm going to text it over to Mario. Can you call her and just ask her, can she jump on the Zoom real quick and give a testimony? Or call Mia, see if Mia will do it for me. Hold on. Mia. So I want to show y'all some proof. Dang, that light shining around my forehead. It's still there. Y'all look, we just gonna do what it do. We're gonna make it do what it do. So at 14, guys, I gave birth to my son. Okay. I was not really born into poverty. My parents wasn't rich, but we owned a home. We lived on a decent block where most of the people on the block had a 2-parent household. I created a situation for me. I gave birth to my son at the age of 14, and I literally created a situation that I didn't need to be in for me. I was broke. I didn't have money for school. We weren't rich. We weren't poor. We weren't even really middle class. But you know, when you don't know, you haven't been exposed, you just think what you're doing is what you're supposed to do. If you don't have any exposure, how many people know what I'm talking about? You don't have any exposure, you think what you're doing is okay. That was me. And then I gave birth to my son at 14, and then I didn't have that money for daycare. I didn't have extra money for groceries. I didn't have any of that. Okay. I don't know if y'all realize that the cost of milk at that time was expensive, according to the value of the dollar at the time. And so now I found myself in a very strange, struggling place. Okay. I created that situation for me. I was not listening to my parents. I was doing things I should not have been doing. Okay. And I literally created a situation for me. Guys, I was on food stamps. I had to get Medicaid. I had WIC. How many people know what I'm talking about when I say WIC? And you got the block cheese and the 3 gallons of milk. And then when they before that, you got the formula. How many people know what I'm talking about? All right, Tawana, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Exactly. Exactly, Till. That was my story. But I was determined to not stay there. Because what started to happen is that based on my resume at the time, I was going in a direction of craziness. Guys, I had been arrested twice. I have a criminal record. I was taken into jail and detention. I was curating. I was dating guys that was 30. I was 15. Like, what was I doing? Right? But I was a good straight A student. It was weird. I would skip school all day and then go back to school just to get Miss Farm's class in the 11th grade because I wanted to remain at the top of the board. She had this board when you walked in, and I always wanted to see my name at the top. That required that I be in the classroom. This is real serious stuff. People told me I wasn't gonna make it. They said, Claudianne, you're probably gonna end up in jail with about 3 or 4 kids by the time you get to 11th grade. You probably be a high school dropout. You might as well just drop out now. And when I kept hearing that, and I kept hearing that, and I kept hearing it, and I kept hearing it, I said, no, that does not have to be my life. How many people know what I'm talking about? I said, you know what? I'm gonna prove them wrong. I became the vice president of my class. Anybody answer, Mario? Mia answered. So I became the vice president of my class. I was a member of student government. I literally, just like that, said, you know what? They threw me out of one school. I gotta go now to my home school. And now I'm just gonna pick a different group of friends. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you something. I wanted friends with swag. So I just picked the smart people that had some swag. So I still had fun. I ended up being the SAT 1000 club. I graduated from high school, going, asking can she just give me a testimony. She don't even have to like turn her camera on. Can she give me a testimony on my Zoom real quick? And so watch what happens. I'm determined. I graduate the top 10% of my class and I go on to the University of Florida. Now, if you don't know what the University of Florida is, you sleep. I applied to 2 schools. I applied to FAM and I applied to University of Florida, and I chose the route who was going to give me the free ride. That was the University of Florida. Okay. I graduate from there, y'all, and I get this thing called a JOB, just over broke, for real, because I was taking my paychecks and paying bills that were 3 months behind. I was taking my pay. What she saying? Oh, she sleep. All right, perfect. So now it's not perfect, but I'll give y'all a testimony. So what happens is, guys, I get to go look at my mentor, which was my set. She said I got to stop calling her my 7th grade teacher because we the same age, but we not. Any which way, she buys a house right around the corner, and now I get to see the commissions that the realtor makes. I said, wait a minute, I know how to add and subtract. Something ain't adding up here. She just made $40,000 in 2 months, and I'm taking a whole year going to somebody's job doing that. I get it. Thank you for the experience. I quit my job 2 days later. I don't recommend that anybody does this now. I did not have any job etiquette. I did not get a people 2-week notice. I didn't know to get a 2-week the people, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't even know if I called them to tell them I wasn't coming back. It just sounded good with the story, And so I just go with that. I become a realtor and I'm hungry. I'm a single parent. I have no help. And now I got to go to work. I'm knocking on doors. I'm making phone calls. I'm learning the way. I become the rookie of the year. Boom. Then I decide, you know what? How can I take this income and reinvest it into passive income? And I'll tell you where I got the idea from. Not all the nuggets, but the idea. It was a little book by the name of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Can y'all believe little old Claudienne had the co-author on her Zoom multiple times, training and inspiring my agents? So watch what happens. I read this book in college. I'm not an avid reader, so for those of you that don't read a lot, it's okay. But I'll tell you a little trick. Be around the people who read, because they will give you the information that you need. Okay? I'm going to say that again. I am not an avid reader. Tina loves to read. She's going to kill a book, at least 3 books a month. Mario, my husband, loves to read. He's going to kill about 4 or 5 between audio and books a month. And then I got my friend over here that's the podcaster. He's going to send me all the podcasts that he knows I need to listen to. So you got to get around the spaces of people who are influencing you to do what you need to do. So if you are not a buyer and you don't have that I didn't know Jeffrey was on here, but it was Jeffrey. I didn't even know Jeffrey was on here. That is him. He's going to send me the podcast that he knows I need to listen to, because that's what good people and good leadership does, guys. Thank you for joining us. He could be doing a million things. He's usually getting his rest because he's getting up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning to start his day. But watch this. I take my commission check and now I invest in a 2-unit property. What is a 2-unit? Y'all write the word duplex in the chat box. Some of y'all went to work and bought y'all house. I was renting an apartment. Some of y'all are caught up into what I think the people think I should have, so I can say that I own a house. Well, note to self, when you buy a house, guys, I want to explain this to you. And I started to bring this whole nice spreadsheet and PowerPoint. I said, I'm not doing that tonight. I want to talk to y'all straight tonight. And I really should be on live. So I'm going to go on live now. So y'all give me a second. We're excited because the people really need to hear this. Okay? The people really need to hear. Can I get on live, y'all? Okay, is it okay? Boom. Clean the screen for y'all realtors on here. Okay, I'm going to clean the screen. Boom, and then I'm going to type in here where to go to jump on the call. Man, we got 72 people. That's lit. That's lit. I'm proud of y'all. Now watch what happens, guys. Oh, wait, I got to pin it. I didn't pin it. Hold on. I'm going to pin it. Boom. So watch what happened, guys. Okay, I buy a duplex. And I'm going to share my whiteboard with you guys. Okay, this is very important. I don't know, I feel like the whiteboard changed or something. There we go. Use Whiteboard Classic. Just take me back to the old whiteboard. Can you see my whiteboard? Just shake your head if you can see my whiteboard. I saw a thumbs up. So I took my income, guys, that I was making in real estate, because one of the dreams that I had was to make a lot of money so I could help a lot of people. See, I remember when I used to work in Albertsons at the age of 15 and they would discard the bread. I said, where I'm from, we eat leftovers. Wait a minute. My boss at the time, I asked her if we could, use the bread that they would normally discard, and I go to the meat department, they would discard meat that was good. I don't know where y'all from, but I love leftovers. And then I would take the sandwiches to the homeless people, and see, that did something for me. I wanted to make a lot of money so I could help a lot of people. So watch this. I take my income from my sales of my job. Some of y'all are not in sales. Some of y'all have a W-2. Some of y'all are 1099. It's okay. Just take the story and apply it to you. And I took my income. I did not buy the best car. I did not buy the best purse. I'm still trying to figure out what a Birkin is, to be honest. I still ain't. Okay. I ain't figured it out. Just give me another property. I figured that out. So I took my income, guys, at the age of 21, and I bought my first duplex. It looks like this, right? They're attached units. but you have one loan. I was making $1,300 or $1,600 from this one. I was making $1,600 from this one. Somebody totaled that number up for me. How much was I making total? If you guys want to see what's on my screen on Instagram, you're gonna have to go to recessionproof2024.com and join over here. Put in the chat box how much money was that I made? $3,200. My mortgage was $1,150. My mortgage was $1,150. Now, guys, I didn't go buy a house. I could have, but I didn't. I wasn't even thinking about a house. To be honest, everything I'm teaching you, I didn't know. I didn't know what it felt like to not own a house. Okay, so that wasn't my thing, right? My mom lived in her house for 22 years. Then she moved into the next house. She's lived in 2 houses in Florida her whole life. Okay, all right. So watch this. If I'm bringing in $3,200 and I'm paying off $1,200, now how much am I making? So if I'm making $3,200 off of income, but I'm paying the mortgage company, write this down. PITI. Write it in the chat box. Pity. That's my principal. That's my interest. Okay. That's my taxes and my property insurance. Pity. PITI. That is the formula behind your mortgage payment. Y'all following me here? Are y'all following me here? Are you guys tracking with me here? Tracking? Are y'all tracking? Are y'all tracking with me? So now, y'all tell me how much I'm making. $3,200 minus $1,150 which is what I'm paying the mortgage company. Now, how much am I making? Y'all know how to add and subtract. What we doing over here? Y'all calculate. Y'all paying attention because I don't see nothing in the comment box. $2,050. So I'm making $2,050. I'm like, wow, this is interesting. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. Some of y'all would have been really excited because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was making some good commission. I was selling properties at $500,000, some to my college classmates that had made it to the NFL, who made it in the NBA, the people who were school teachers, police officers. Y'all, I went to work. So I'm making $20,000 in 1 month, 2 deals in 1 month. I'm making $30,000. I'm making a lot of money. But some of y'all get stuck in a lot of money. And then you figure out, what do I do with this lot of money? Then you start making $2,050 and you're like, it ain't worth it, because you don't really understand what's going on, right? So watch this. I like the 2050. So let me clear the screen real quick. I said, man, I'm making $2,050 a month. Watch this. What if I do this 10 times? How much money am I going to make every month if I do this same exact formula 10 times? Y'all type it in the chat box. Guys, if you want to see my screen on my Instagram, you're going to have to go to recessionproof2024.com to get the information. Okay. You'll be sent the link. Okay. Who would be okay with making $20,000 a month? Would that be okay? But let's just scale back for a second. Let's scale back for a second. I'm making $2,050 a month. Okay. I need y'all to understand what is going on. $2,050 a month. I get into this property with 3% down because at the time, conventional said we're going to beat what FHA going to do, and we're not even going to charge you no mortgage insurance. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We're going to give you this for 3% down. Y'all, then they started doing 100% financing. That time was really crazy. So then I start to make this type of money, $2,050 a month. But watch this. As the years went by and the months went by, did anybody guess what I potentially sold this building for? I bought it for $112. The seller paid my closing costs at the time. I came to the closing table with about $3,500. The seller paid 6% of all of my closing costs. Okay. No, sorry. 6% of the purchase price, which covered my closing costs. Does that sound like something y'all want to do? Does that sound like something you can do? Does it sound like something you can do? So now watch what happens. I need you to, this is getting good. I don't know really what I'm doing, but I'm creating passive income. Then I go and get 2 Section 8 tenants, and I kept those tenants for 16 years, y'all. 16 years of making money. And when I sold it, boy, was it a payday. So just imagine now doing this 10 times. So who's ready to get started with understanding how to take this to the next level? See, the 2 people I call, they typically go to sleep at about 8:30, 9 o'clock. They get up at 5 a.m. and they go to sleep real early. That just is what it is. So they're not able to come on and share their testimony. And that's who I have immediate access to right now. They were both school teachers. One is no longer a school teacher. One is now a speech therapist. They were not going to be able to ever afford a house in South Florida off of that one income. But something happened called the Neighborhood Stabilization Program. We call it the NSP program. Okay. That was at the end of Bush and the beginning of Obama. And throughout Obama's, Bush actually started his last year, and then it came on through the Obama administration. It was called the Neighborhood Stabilization Program. This was about 2007, and elections used to be, well, it's every 4 years, no, used to be. So 2008 is when we hit a recession, okay? Follow what I'm saying. There were blighted blocks of properties here. Not one house that was foreclosed, not 2 houses that were like literally houses were foreclosed. And now cities were able to get to the federal government to request aid to help restore the cities because of the massive amount of foreclosures. Okay. The program that I helped curate, okay, I'm very proud. This was my opportunity to work with cities. I literally filled out an RFP, request for a proposal, for those of you that don't know what RFP is, and we helped curate the program. What would it look like? Then we started to buy properties. The city started to buy properties that were foreclosed, either vacant, it had to be vacant and or foreclosed, or going through some distress. We were able to go in and buy those properties, renovate them, and then bring the borrower in, guys, and grant them up to $60,000 down payment. Then watch this. Other cities started to piggyback. So now Miramar, Pembroke Pines, that was even more dynamic. Those buyers that I just called got literally between $130,000 and $160,000 down payment. Are they winning, y'all? These are people that would have never thought or think to be homeowners. I'm going to show you tonight how to maximize your buying potential. Okay. The first thing we want to look at, y'all, is the credit. What are your credit scores? If you know what your credit scores are, drop a 1 in the chat box. If you know, I tell you what, don't drop a 1. If you are 700 and above, drop a number 1 in the chat box. No, drop a number 7. If you are 7 and above, 700 score and above, drop a number 7 in the chat box. If you're in the 600s somewhere, drop a 6 in the chat box. If you are in the 600s, drop a number 6 in the chat box. And my Instagram people, if you want access to what they're seeing right now, just go to recessionproof2024.com and you'll get immediate access. If you don't know what your score is, I want to share with you guys, the higher the score, the lower the interest rate. Okay. The higher the score, the lower the interest rate. Okay. The higher the score, the lower the interest rate. Okay. But it doesn't mean you can't buy it at 620. It doesn't mean that you can't buy it at 650. What the banks are going to do is look at all 3 of your scores. Okay. They're not going to take Credit Karma. The matrix is different the way Credit Karma pulls your credit than when the bank pulls your credit. They use 2 different scoring systems. So a lot of times what's going on, oh, I got a 750. I saw it on Credit Karma yesterday. And then we go pull the credit scores and it's like a 615. And you're like, well, no, something is right. Credit Karma uses a different metrics to pull the scores. Okay. Don't cancel your Credit Karma if it's free, because what I do like about Credit Karma is that they do notify you when something hits your credit report. Okay. Make sure you are monitoring your credit report. Somebody just hacked my whole life, copied my ID and all, opened up bank accounts. And if I did not get those alerts, my credit would have been jeopardized. I was able to catch it so it didn't get on my credit report. I got my police report. The Department of Motor Vehicles confirmed that there was a driver's license that was duplicated for me with a different photo. But don't go through, like, it's not worth the headache. Guys, I'm busy. I don't want to have to take time. My assistants can't call the people on my behalf. I have to call. I have to authenticate myself. So if you know you need help with credit, don't worry. Don't leave the Zoom. We have something for you. Okay? If you want to work on getting that credit up, listen, we got something for you. Okay? So watch this. Do y'all get an understanding of credit now? Okay? Old credit is good. Do not cancel things on your credit because it's 10 years old. Yeah, I tried to apply for something the other day. They were like, your credit scores are unlocked. I was like, oh, I forgot. I locked my credit scores, my profile. Thank you for that, Sierra. So now, guys, if you are not utilizing credit, that's bad. If you're overutilizing your credit, okay, what do I mean by that? I just simply mean this. Whiteboard. I just simply mean this. Can you see my whiteboard? Shake your head if you can see my whiteboard. Or can you? I can't see y'all on the screen. Okay, thanks, Sierra. Thanks, Sierra, for that. Watch what happens. If I have a $10,000 credit card, I typically don't want to go over 30% of utilization. Okay, that means I do not want to spend over $3,000 in one given month unless you're going to pay that card off every month. If I'm going to use 10,000, I need to pay 10,000 off before the bill is due. Okay, does everybody understand? All right, perfect. Everybody's tracking with me? That's called credit utilization. The mixture of credit is important. Okay, do I have a credit card on my credit report, right? Do I have a 5-year fixed payment type of car installment, right? I have a car payment that's going to be the same for 5 years. That's going to, all those things matter on your credit report. Guys, when my son went to college, I added him onto my credit card so that he can start building his credit. Okay, I put him in position to build his credit. Okay, if this is you right now and you have good, you got a 620 score, but you can't figure it out, but you don't have anything late, you're not using nothing. But think about it. What is there to measure and score if you're not utilizing anything? You have no credit card. Having a score of nothing is not good. It's better than having a whole bunch of late stuff, but that's also not good because a creditor, I don't know if you're going to pay me back because I don't see any history. So join a credit card as an authorized user and make sure that person has a great credit history of paying on time. Okay? You're not going to add yourself onto somebody's credit card who's paying late every month. That does not make sense. You're not going to add yourself onto somebody's credit card as an authorized user, as my son did with me, and then you're maxing out credit cards. His score is not going to be, it's going to be impacted. Even though he can't use the credit card, it is reflecting on his credit. Does that make sense? That makes sense? All right. So your credit scores are important, okay? When I came out of college, let me tell you something. They said free t-shirt. I said, sign me up. They said free water bottle. I said, sign me up. Oh, don't let them give me no free food. Sign me up twice. But what they didn't tell me is that I had to pay it back like this every month. And I didn't even, I had a work study job. Honey, I went to the Newberry Mall in Gainesville, and I went in that little Dillard's. They had no Macy's and all that. That was the thing. You go to Macy's, you didn't go to Bloomingdale's back then, and Saks, Fifth Avenue. You went to Macy's, and you went to those stores. Y'all, who lived up in the 90s? You feel me? Sears was a place to go. J.C. Penney's was a place to go. And I go into Burdines. It wasn't even called Macy's. It was Burdines. I'm shit telling y'all my age. And then I would go in there and shop. And then I'm like, I don't got the money to pay. I don't know what y'all gonna do. And when I left, I had to clean that up. I did settlements. I did a lot of stuff. I cleaned up my own credit. I called the bank and was like, look, I know I owe y'all $8,000. I don't have $8,000, but I got 1,500. How can you help me? And then I worked on having those things removed off my credit report. Okay, am I making sense? Guys, this is supposed to be an hour, but it's okay if we go a little longer. Can we be finished with this? I gotta get y'all this information. Can we go to about 10:30 close? It's okay? Okay. I love Sears, right? We don't even have no Sears anymore. Inflation. So now watch this. Credit is the first thing you need to determine, okay, before you go into the bank and say, I want to buy a house. Now, there are banks out there. There are programs in cities across all 50 states that have access to grant funds, okay? Some of these grants require you to live in the property for 5 years. Some of them require you to live in the property for 10 years. Some of them require you to live in the property for 15 years. If you don't do those things, it's fine. You just got to pay the grant back when you sell or you refi, okay? So I'll give y'all an example of my client that I was just having Mario call to see if she can get on the call. She bought our house for $120,000. The city did all the renovations. I remember we were getting a hurricane a while back, and my husband's like, I gotta go over here and help my sister. I gotta go over here and put her hurricane shutters up. I said, she don't have no hurricane shutters. We gave her all new hurricane impact windows. Oh, you could relax. We gave her hurricane windows, new roof, new plumbing, under the ground, new electrical, new kitchen, new tile. That house was pretty much stripped down and built back up. We spent about $80,000 in renovations on that house that she never has to pay back. How's it feel when the hurricane come, y'all, or a natural disaster come and you don't got to hurry up? I remember back in the day, we used to have to go to Home Depot to get the wood because we didn't have hurricane. We didn't have the metal ones to put up. We weren't even that fortunate. We had the wood and then nail it, boom, to the concrete, boom. And somebody say moving on up. Y'all type moving on up to the east side. Oh, here's the west side. To the west side. Or you can go to the east to the beach. Either or. It was an upgrade. Then I bought my first townhome after I had bought a couple investment properties. That was an investment too, though. And then I had hurricane shutters that I got to put up. And they were metal. But boy, they were heavy. But they just slid right on. Shoop, shoop. You take the drill, and your windows were secure for the hurricane. Yeah, I served Georgia, Stacy. Just jump on the recessionproof2024.com link and you'll be able to have access to what they have access to right now. Go ahead and jump off the live, recessionproof2024.com, and you'll get access to what they're getting access to right now. Okay, y'all following me? Oh, and then we made another upgrade. So y'all understand what's going on here, right? But here's the important part. Listen to what I am telling you. She bought the house at 120. That house is worth more than $500,000 right now. So let's just say she decided she wanted to sell. She's gonna pay the bank. Maybe she owed them 90, but not even owe the bank 120 because we gave her 40,000 of down payment assistance. So now if she paid 120 and we gave her 40,000 towards down payment, how much mortgage do she even owe? Like, what does she even have? I'm gonna give y'all those numbers again. 120 was the house. We gave her $40,000 as down payment. So the bank said, okay, you're approved for 120, but the city said, no, don't give her a loan for 120. We're gonna give her $40,000 towards that. We're gonna give her $40,000 towards that. 120 was the purchase amount. We gave her $40,000 towards that. How much does she owe the bank, y'all? It's not zero. She do owe the bank some money. How much do she owe the bank? 80,000. Okay, she probably don't owe 80,000 right now because she's making a mortgage payment. She probably owe 50 right now. So if her house is worth 500,000 and she paid 120 for it, do you think she care about paying another 80,000 on top of that? Somebody shake their head. No, she don't care. But she's not moving nowhere. She, for real, they didn't even think she would ever be a homeowner. Probably she has no interest in moving nowhere right now. So it don't really matter. But if she needed to move, she at least positioned herself. So instead of owing 120, she got to pay them all collectively 200,000. Not even because she's been making a mortgage payment. So let's say 160, and her house is worth 500,000. Y'all make that make sense. Does that make sense? Right, makes sense if it makes sense. The reason why some of y'all have not bought a house is because somebody did not give you the floor plan on how to do it. See, they didn't call me. I went and got them. I said, oh no, my people getting ready to tap into this stuff. That's my sister-in-law. The other person was my best friend. She still is. That's why I said I had immediate access to them for this call tonight. But they sleep, they go sleep early, right? It was something I just thought about when I came on here with you guys. So watch this. I went and got them. Who's coming to get you guys right now? Who is coming to get you guys right now to show you where you can get grants? So I've got a program right now that don't even involve your credit. They don't care what your credit is for the grant. They do for the lending side, but we don't care what your credit scores are. We don't care what you could be making 300,000. We don't care. What we pretty much did is says, you know what? We like this project. We like the reserves over there in this condo or townhome or development. We want to give grants out for the project, for the property, for the house. I need y'all to understand what I just said. Do y'all realize how big this is? We don't care. This is not low income, moderate income, or this. That's not this program. It has nothing to do with your profile and everything to do with the property. So now I just sold a property in my neighborhood, nearly $1 million, and we were able to put a sign in the yard saying this house is approved for grant funds. Somebody say amen. I don't want to turn this to church, but that I gotta give like that's an amen right there. I'm like, this house qualified? Y'all sure y'all got the right house? Yeah, the house probably sold. It wasn't even $1 million, y'all. For real, it was like they got listed it for close to 800,000. But I exaggerated a little bit. Y'all exaggerate too. It was about 800,000. I said, are y'all sure? Yeah, felony approved. What? How many people want to be in a position to get grant funds for a property that has nothing to do with you? Because a lot of times what happens is that grants are associated with income, okay? I want y'all to understand though that you don't have to be broke and broke down and broken to get grants. I have clients that have made 6 figures, they got access to grants, and it was based on their profile. So we got 2 things going on. We got grants that are just for the property. We got grants that you qualify for based on your profile, okay? We've got grants for high income, moderate to low, low income, and very low income. In fact, I'll show it to you because I just got one. I'll show it to you. Can I show it to y'all? Can I show it to y'all? I want to show y'all what I'm talking about. Now, I wasn't going to show y'all this. I just got to look, like, I just need to look it up real quick. Oh, boom, here. Hey, all right. Let me just see if the income guideline grid is here. Let me just look. I want to look before I share my screen. I just want to see if it's here. All right, here we go. The guideline is not here, guys, but I do want to share with you this. That grant is giving out $60,000 right now. That buyer makes $40,000 a year. They've got some money saved. They're going to qualify for about $300,000, and then the city is going to take that down. So now they only have to go find financing for $240,000. The question is, where are the grants? Are you doing the homework? Guys, why am I so passionate about this? Because my husband and I just bought a $3.3 million building, and we were able to secure a $450,000 grant in one grant that we never have to pay back. All we have to do is own the building for 5 years. Y'all drop 5 years. Is that worth it? If it's worth it, drop 5 years. So instead of coming up with 1.5 million, we only now got to come up with $1 million. Okay? Perfect. Now, okay, good. So y'all are tracking with me. Y'all learning something? Are y'all learning something so far? Are y'all learning something so far? Guys, if you are on my live, I want you to go to Recession Proof 2024 so you can get access to what they're about to see. All right, so we talked about credit, guys. Okay? We talked about the grants. They're there. Okay? We have grants that attach to properties. They have nothing to do with your financial makeup or how many people moving into the house. But we do also have grants that align with your criteria as well. Okay? And they're grants in excess of thousands of dollars, guys. It's making impact in what you're doing. Okay? So now let's move over to the mortgage. So I was talking to, let me just see if somebody's on here. I was talking with, and we're about to wrap up and go to Q&A. I was speaking with a buyer who was a traveling nurse, okay? to me with an approval of 500,000, but she's a traveling nurse. I want y'all to listen to what I am saying, okay? If you want to make a financial impact in your life, you will listen to this, you will take notes, and you will know that this is the way, okay? I said to her, well, let me ask you a question. How often are you home? This is home. She says, not often, because when I leave 2-3 months at a time. You know, I figure out in fact, they give me a stipend for that. So that's not even something that's really coming out of her normal pay. They pay for that too, okay? And I told her, I said, well, let me ask you a question. Are you interested in creating passive income? She says exactly what I want to do, but nobody's listening to me. Nobody's hearing me. So pay attention, y'all, because this is where it gets good. You got your pre-approval, okay? But you said, you know what? I want more than just one house. Guys, when you buy a house, it becomes a debt to you on your credit report because you are living here. So my house that I'm in right now is a debt to me. It's added to what is called my debt to income ratio, and it eats up my usage of my income. There's nobody renting it out. There's no other income coming in here. It is probably not the best ideal thing to do first if you want to make a financial impact, okay? So you work, you make the money over there or whatever you do in your course of your career, and you take that money and you recycle it back into real estate, and here's where it gets real good, okay? So I'm talking to the buyer, and I say to the buyer, have you thought about buying a multi-unit property? She said, yeah, but I'm gonna pay, I got a $10,000 card over here, I'm getting ready to pay down to $2,000, and I got a card over here, I'm gonna pay down. She has 700 scores, and she does not have a debt problem, okay? Just because you have debt does not mean it is a problem. That is a myth. Well, I can't buy a car because I'm buying a house. That is a myth. If your ratios are tight, that's a problem. Because what you don't want to do is be overutilizing your income and paying all this debt out. And I'm making 10 grand a month, but I'm paying out 8 grand. I don't have enough money to buy a house for a mortgage payment. Does that make sense? That's what the income to debt ratio pretty much is in layman's terms. I'm making 10 grand, but I'm paying out 8. There's no capacity left for you to afford a mortgage payment. The pity, P-I-T-I. Does that make sense? Is that registering? So I told the buyer, I said, what if we could get you into a 4-unit building? Okay, I gotta pull out my whiteboard for this one, y'all. Yeah, I'm a whiteboarder person, so I'm probably gonna whiteboard y'all to death tonight. But that's okay. You get the point. Sierra said it's okay. Okay, I got a new whiteboard on Zoom. Did y'all realize that? I didn't realize that. So I gotta find the whiteboard. Where's the whiteboard? Okay, here goes the whiteboard. The whiteboard. Okay, I want to use the new, but I want to use the classic. Okay, so here's a whiteboard. So I'm just gonna draw roofs. So here's one roof. On Instagram, if you want to be a part of what I'm showing right now, just come off my Instagram, go to recessionproof2024.com and come off of the Instagram and go into the Zoom. All right, so this is property 1, this is property 2, this is a 4-unit building, okay? This is called residential real estate because it only has 4 units. The minute you go to 5, 6, 7, you're now in the commercial world, okay? Write that down. You have 4 units, guys. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is still considered residential. Does that make sense? You could still get in here, Sierra, occupy one side of the property, but your approval is going to go from about 500,000 to about 900,000. Well, Claudia, how can that be? I don't make any more income. I'm still making the 80, the 60,000, the 120, whatever your income is. I'm still making the same income. I don't have another job. What happened? I got approved with the lender for 500,000 when I was looking for a single family house, but now they approved me for 900,000. What changed? Here's what changed. When you buy like this, oh gosh, y'all pay attention. Stop talking to the kids. Leave your husband alone. Leave your wives alone. Pay attention to this part. This is very key. When you purchase like this, the bank will acknowledge that unit 2 is rented. Oh, hold on. Unit 2 is rented for $2,000. Unit 3 is rented for $3,000. Unit 4 is rented for $2,000. The bank will recognize this as income, but not at 100%. Okay? So let me set this up for y'all, Sierra and Janice and Angela. Let me set this up real quick. You're making $5,000 a month. No, let's stick with the 10 because we split 10. You guys are making $10,000 a month. For those of you that are making 3, just follow the example and shift the numbers. Okay? The bank is going to say, wow, they're making $7,000 off of this property. What's going to happen is that we're going to allocate 75% of $700,000 towards your income immediately. Somebody do the numbers for me. What is 75% of 7,000? What is 75% of 7,000? Drop it in the chat box. What is 75%? Okay, Angela, 5,250. Now, you're no longer making 10,000. You're making 10,000 plus 5,250. Does that make sense? Now, do you see why the capacity changes for you to buy a 4-unit? So for my first-time home buyers, what should you be buying right now? Should you be buying a single-family home? Or should you be buying a 2, 3, or 4-unit home? Should you be buying a single family or multi? Single family or multi? Now I'm going to tell y'all a trick. I wouldn't start at 2. I would start at 4. Because I would exercise the idea of putting another 3% down. How you do that? The bank is not going to give me another property with 3% down. Yeah, they will. If you know what you're doing. Somebody write strategy. If you buy a single family and you try to tell the bank you move out of your single family to rent it, to go live in a 4-unit, they're not going for that. They're going to say, no, that don't make sense. Does this make sense? I started my career in a 4-unit building. I lived here for a year. I'm ready to upgrade you. Somebody write upgrade. I'm ready to upgrade. So I no longer want to live in a 4-unit. There's too many people. I'll rent that unit out. So now instead of making $7,000, I'm making $9,000. Let me go buy a duplex because now I only want one neighbor. I got a little raise. Now I only want one neighbor. The bank's going to say, are you going to live in that unit? You're going to say yes. They're going to say, okay, especially if it's more than miles away, right? So watch what happens. You get to redo the same thing over again. Somebody write over again in the chat box. Somebody write over again in the chat box. I mean, would you be mad if you had to put 5% down? No, because the truth is you could pull equity out of that property or use the money that you saved to buy the next property. It's called leverage. It's called leverage. And then you move out of the 2-unit and now you go buy your single family and you do the whole thing over again. No, Mr. Bank, I'm going to rent the 2nd unit out. I'm going to rent the 2nd unit out in my duplex. And now I want to move into my single family. So now those properties are now paying for the property you live in. Guys, does that make sense to y'all? Y'all tracking? Are you tracking with me? Does that make sense? Because we playing chess, not checkers. We playing chess, not checkers. Make sense? All right. So we talked about the credit. We talked about understanding grants and how they work. We talked about now going to the bank to leverage. Let me just share this with y'all. Stop going to y'all friends that just got into the business or y'all friends that just held a license for 10 years and they kind of dibbled and dabbled. Don't do that. When I do loans and when I acquire properties, I use the people who are best accommodating at the time. Okay? Stop using realtors that are just your friend and they don't really know what's going on. Like, don't stop doing that. Go to the professional that know, and it doesn't gotta be doing this for 10 years, because I see people 2 years in the game doing way better than the people that's been in the game for 10 years because they're working in the market space on a daily basis, right? The more you work in the space, the more knowledge you learn. Just because you've held a license for 10 years don't mean nothing, really, especially if you ain't even really, you like half in and half out. You want to go to people that know what they are doing, okay? that gives you options. See, when I go to a listing appointment, it's no, that if you sell this property without a 1031 exchange, what's gonna happen? You'll be hit with taxes, capital gains. You have to have somebody to teach you through those things. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay. Whew. Let's open it up for Q&A. Let's open it up real quick. I'll take a little drink break. Let's open it up. If in order for you to be able to ask me a question, I do want you guys to show your face so I can see you. If you're gonna come and ask me a question, just unmute now. I'm gonna have you now unmute, and then I'm also, if you're ready to get started, we're also gonna provide a link if you want to get started. We are going to provide a link, guys. It's going to be a limited amount of people, but we do want to make sure we service everybody in an organized fashion. And so we have that link set up. If you want to get started on your journey today, maybe your scores aren't where it's going to be. That's okay. We have people in place for that. Maybe we need to look at getting some of your student loan debt canceled. And maybe you don't fit the criteria, but I'll tell you this, we're going to help you through that space. Does anybody got any questions for me? You could just unmute yourself. Raise your hand or unmute yourself. Raise your hand or unmute yourself.
Good afternoon. But I'm sorry I can't come on camera because I'm getting undressed. Just got home from work. I apologize.
That's okay. Go ahead.
But thank you so much for doing this webinar tonight. Number one, it's informative. I have a question. I was listening. I came in a little bit late, so I might have missed it. Probably a little 20 minutes in. If I already have a single family, my credit is pretty decent, over 700. Am I still able to get the grants and run this strategy?
So if you pay attention to this one, y'all. If you plan on moving into the property, the answer is yes. If you already own a home, guys, and you want to leverage to buy an investment property, we can do some 5% down programs. Okay. We could do some 5% conventional programs for you. And then I want you to hear me out. We can also get the seller to contribute to your closing costs. So it's going to be the way we strategize that situation. It doesn't mean because I own a house, I can't buy nothing. No, that's not what that means. That means we just need to go into another layer of strategy with you. And if you're ready for that next level of strategy, I'm just going to put the link in. I don't know how to pin this. I don't even know if you can pin it, but the link is there if you want to start your journey of owning real estate. And you say, Claudianne, my credit is not where, I always feel like this part is altar call. Claudianne, my credit is not where it needs to be. Claudianne, I'm ready to make a commitment. I don't know what's going to happen in 2025, but I don't want to be left behind. I want to get started today. You just click the link, get yourself registered, and keep it moving. Okay. Hopefully I answered that question for you. Go ahead and who else has a question, you can ask me that now.
I have a question with because I'm looking to do the units.
Okay.
I've been looking at some in Valdosta, Georgia as well too. So how does that work? Would that be for the link that you just put in the chat?
That is going to be an option for all 50 states. Because guys, there are grants everywhere. There are city grants, state grants, federal grants. You just got to know where to tap into it. Guys, but about a few years ago, literally a couple years ago, one of my franchisees, I specialize in commercial real estate as well. She does franchises, and we were able to get her a grant for $350,000. It cost about $500,000 to build out each franchise. And so just imagine just being able to know, I just closed on another commercial deal with my other client, that same client, y'all, that didn't ever think she would become a homeowner, just bought a commercial building. We got $350,000 worth of grant. One grant, never has to pay it back. Then on top of that, the city is giving renovation grants to businesses. So you got to know where to tap into the resources. And unfortunately, a lot of our professional people in this industry, if you want to be on the live, on the Zoom, guys, just click the link. You'll get immediate access and join us. Guys, anything is possible. Here's what I don't want to have happen. Our administration shifts And then now we're still inflating, and you're still 5 years behind. When is the best time to buy real estate? I want to show y'all something real quick before I go on to the next question. If you don't mind, can I just show y'all something real quick? I want to show y'all something real quick. Okay. I'm going to show y'all two things real quick. Mario, you remember the address to the property, the duplex that you made me sell? That's my husband, y'all. He made me sell the property. I'll tell y'all that story, but okay. So what was the address of? The one on 40th Street, Northwest. 40th, I think. Let's see if this is it. I don't remember the address. I think I titled it in the properties. I don't know if I remember the address. All right, so forget about that one. But look at this property right here, y'all. We bought this property. I'm going to show it to you, the proof. Okay. We bought this property. Here's the sales information. If you could see sales information on my screen, drop a number 1. If you could see the word sales information on my screen, drop a number 1. All right, good. You see, I bought the property for $40,000. Y'all saw that? Boom. I bought the property for $40,000. This property was not worth $40,000. It was worth way more. Right? The bank said, well, just send us an offer. And I did exactly what they told me to do. I sent them an offer. I sent them the $40,000. And we paid cash for that property, right? But the truth is, you could have financed the property. And this property didn't even need a bunch of repairs. It didn't. The tenants were already in there chilling, paying their rent. And so guess what? We bought the property, but you could have done an FHA 203K. I have any veterans? If you're a veteran on here, drop a V in the chat box. Do I have any veterans on here? Any veterans on here? First of all, I want to say thank you for your service. Oh, y'all definitely need to get started because you get 0% down, no mortgage insurance, and you still get access to grants. My husband not trying to teach the class. He's like, and that's what you are who you hang around, so he know the information. So now watch this, guys. If you're a disabled vet, you don't even have to pay property taxes. You pay no property taxes. Man, I have a client, you know who I'm talking about. Bought almost a $1.5 million house. His tax is about 20 grand. He'll pay a dime. And y'all think handicap and disabled mean in a wheelchair, decrepit. It does not mean that. I learned the hard way. It does not mean that. Do not make that error, professionals. Do your due diligence. How much did I sell the property for, y'all? So if I bought it for $40,000, I sold it for this. How much did I sell it for, y'all? Can somebody just unmute? How much did I sell it for?
437,000.
No, I bought it for $40,000. I
Right.
sold it here for
477,000. Right.
Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
When's the best time to buy real estate? 5 years ago. What does that mean though? Well, Claudia, I can't go back 5 years and buy no properties. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you gotta start now so the next 5 years don't pass you by and you still saying, I don't have no properties. Guys, I was able to sell that property to help buy the school building that's 25,000 square feet. Somebody type amen. I want y'all to realize that when my husband said that they were selling the church, we own school. So we own a school from K to 12. We were renting. The rent kept going up, but we had no capacity to grow because the space couldn't extend. We only had 8,000 square feet, 7,000 square feet. So what's happening is that the rent is going up, inflation, but we can't make no more money. So we bought the school building. I didn't know how we were going to buy that school building. I didn't know how we were going to afford it. I didn't have 3.5 miles. We didn't have money like that sitting around. We had some money when we had that kind of money, right? What did I do? Somebody type leverage. Somebody say, I want to get started today. And I want y'all to do something. If you work with me or you know somebody that's worked with me, guys, okay? I'm 23 years into this business. I'm glad that y'all are still paying. I see y'all paying attention. And I'll tell you what's going to happen when you sign up. What's going to happen, okay? Congratulations on the person that just signed up. I saw that. Congratulations. What's going to happen, guys, is that you're going to get access to properties that other people are not going to have access to. My foreclosures, my short sales, my off-property market properties, my properties where you'll get 0%, like you don't got to come to closing with no money because we positioned you. So you're going to get access. So if you want to get started today, guys, just click the link. Now, wait a minute. Does anybody have any other questions for me?
Hey, good evening. I have a question.
All right, go ahead, Kiwanza.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My daughter sleeps, so I can't come on camera. It's dark. So I'm in a similar situation to the first lady that spoke. I'm actually here in Miami-Dade County. We purchased our first home 2 years ago, and I am interested in getting into the real estate investing space, and the fourplex sounds amazing. My reservation had been the cost of living down here is so expensive. So, we see all of the people on Instagram telling you to go to the Midwest. And I'm like, that's going to require me to travel. I would love to get started here where I live. So my question
I
is,
want to say this. Go ahead.
okay. Oh, okay. I was going to say, so my question is, if I get started tonight, do you, I guess, help me through the process, guide us through, or is it
A
just
through
like,
Z. A through Z. A through Z.
okay,
A through Z. So I'll tell you this, y'all. Is it true that people die every day?
yes,
Is it true that people get divorced every day?
yes,
Is it true that people file probate every day? Is it true that people got to relocate because they got a new job and they got to get out of here?
yes,
I can keep going, but you get the point. You're going to discover good deals. Watch this. Can I show you something real quick?
yes, ma'am, please do.
I'm gonna show you something real quick. Let me pull it up. I want to show y'all what I'm talking about. Okay. This is a flip. This is just a flip. This is nothing special. This is just a property they wanted to sell between inflation and where they were able to buy the property. Okay, it did need some work, but I'm gonna show you how we set up this deal. I tried to give it to all my people. Nobody really wanted to touch it. And my people touched it because they're educated, right? And so watch, I'm gonna show you what happened here. I'm gonna show you what happened here. I'm gonna show you what happened. I'm just pulling the information up, to just bear with me. All right, here we go. Here's the property right here. Okay, now I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, this is, how familiar are you with Miami? Where'd you go?
Are you talking to me? I'm sorry. I'm a native, born and raised.
So do you see that address on the screen? Where is that? Do you know where that is?
It's north of me. I'm down in Cutler Bay, so that's up north somewhere.
You know what the 79th Street Flea Market is?
Yes.
No, you don't have to be a real estate agent to join. This is for buyers over here. All right, so this is Liberty City, right?
Okay.
This is right behind the flea market on 79th Avenue. Now let me show y'all the pictures. I'm gonna show y'all the pictures, okay? The roof is covered, so you know right there's a bad roof, okay? This had a reverse mortgage on it. Mom passed away and they needed to do something with the asset, okay? Those floors are dated. This green towel gotta go. Oh, pink for Valentine's Day gotta go. Guys, if you're on my live, I want you to transfer over to Recession Proof. Thank you, Caesar, Dania, for signing up to get it started. Do you have to be a real estate agent? No, but if you want to see what we're doing right here, just go to recessionproof2024.com and you'll get immediate access, right? How many people would change this bathroom?
Sure.
For sure, right? Oh, and the curtain. I didn't even notice that. Look at the curtain. Shoes on the curtain, right? This kitchen, y'all, I did a class. I opened up that drawer, man. A whole bunch of roaches just flew out. I'm not exaggerating this time. Were you there? No, you weren't there. I mean, this is the house. Look, there's a hole in the roof. You see that hole in the roof? Truth is, you could have gotten a conventional renovation loan on this property and rent and cost of the renovation. This is true, right? Like if you were to come in this room right now and you were to look up, you'd see the light of the outside. Like the roof had a literal hole. Okay. This whole house need an overhaul. Okay. But that's not what I really want to show you. I want to show you something else. Okay, so this is the property, right? Let me just show you what this property potentially is going to sell for when they're done with the property. Okay. So I come here like this. Okay. I didn't really intend to do this, guys. It's kind of off script, but this is a system called the multiple listing service where we come and see the cost of properties and to see what the properties in the area just closed for. Okay, this is Miami. Guys, is this making sense here? All right, I'm gonna go out. I'm not even go out that much. I'm just gonna go out 0.5. Let's just see what the market is doing right now. Y'all, when she bought this house was not worth $663,000. I gave her an estimated value of about $620,000. Do y'all see that this house down the street that I could walk to just sold for $673. Look, y'all do the numbers. I budgeted out what she would spend on renovations. Okay, $630,000. Like this, seriously, guys, you just got to be in the right space at the right time. I'm about to put another property on the market. That's going to be another investment type deal. So when you're talking about Miami, if you get the property at the right price, you're going to want to live here. Because what are the values doing? The values are doing this. They're going up, right? If you've joined into our space, just say join, so I know that you joined, so I could just congratulate you as we continue. Guys, I don't know what's going to happen for 2025, but I do know that you can position yourself. I do know that you can position yourself. And I saw a few things come through. I just want to acknowledge the people. If you joined the community, Zakia Jordan, great. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Stacy, welcome, 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 welcome. Avian, welcome. I just saw yours come through. Congratulations, 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 congratulations. All right. I'm going to do y'all one better. When you close, I'm going to give you that money back as a credit. The money is going to go back to you as a credit when you close on your first property. We're going to make that happen. All right. Any more questions for me before we close out? If there's anybody, yes, you can join the community after tonight. I will send an email out with the recording. And I will put the link there. I didn't even think about that, but I will put the link there for you to join the community after tonight. Okay. Is there anybody else that has a question for me?
I do.
Come on.
Ms. Claw. Yeah, I'm the question lady. I'm listening. Hey, for this particular program, so once you join, is this something you can follow? Is it a pre-recorded program, or is hands-on, you meet every week, or how does the program really work?
I am literally going to be working with you individually. I have a team of realtors across all the states. We have the capacity to do loans in all 50 states. Let me just mention that. And so we're going to walk you through the process. I don't want to just do recordings and make you watch them, because the truth is you probably won't watch them. And then guess what? You're going to say, well, I didn't get to buy my home because I didn't watch the video. And so it's not going to be a video. It is literally going to be, okay, where are you with your credit? Where are you with your income? And then we're going to master plan from there. The other problem with grouping a bunch of people in one space and letting them watch videos is that everybody's in a different space. Okay. So now I've taken the last 3 years to build a community of realtors, guys. It was by no accident that I did that. I knew that this day would come that I was going to need to tap into my community of realtors. And so I want you to pay attention to what's going on. I literally, actually, this is not the link. That's the house I just showed you. I literally said, I gotta do something. And the reason why I did not take 2 weeks to promote like I would normally do is because time is of the essence. Before you know it, 2025 was right around the corner. And now this is cut, that's cut, funding is cut. And so the answer to your question, Ramisha, is that you're gonna be working with your own realtor. You're gonna be working with your own lender. You're gonna be working with me, and we're gonna be journeying you through. Okay. Some people are going to say, oh, wait, I need to get my debt down. And they really do need to get their debt down because their income to debt ratios are tight. We'll work on that with you. Did I answer that for you, Ramisha?
You did a good job. And does a program really expire? Let's say I got to get my debt tight. It may take me 2 years. How does that work?
So you're going to go into a community. We're going to put you into a community group, right? So you'll be there. Like, I don't want to really even call it a community. The community is just really there for resources. So when we get a good property, we'll just drop it in the chat box, right? Or in the group, right? Hey, this property is worth 600, but you can get it right now for 250. Let me help get you the financing for that. Let me help bring the hard money. Sometimes it's hard money. Let me help bring them hard money. Well, let me help bring you the investor on the other side with a down payment. All right, well, there's a $250,000 spread. Well, guess what? We're going to split it 70-30. I'm going to get the resources over here. I need an extra 30,000 for renovations. We're going to split it 70-30. I make 70, you make 30. That's a flip idea. Stacy, congratulations for joining. And so, guys, this is not, you're going to be listening to me. No, you're going to have your specialized agent, realtor, right? I'm going to be involved in all of the deals along the way. You're going to have your mortgage lender, okay, your processor. We're going to follow you along the way. We're going to have a title company. We're going to follow you all the way to the closing table, okay? And then you'll always remain in that community. I need you to stay there because I need you to tell your testimony over and over and over again so that we can create more borrowers along the way and homeowners along the way. Does that make sense?
Will all of the deals be 70-30 split or?
I just gave you an example. I don't know
Okay,
how
I
this
see.
is going to work.
I know this one, you don't know until you get it, but I just want to kind of at least estimate. Each person in each deal will require a different level of engagement from the team. Let's say you just starting out. I don't know how often you would meet. I guess you say meet as necessary. I ain't gonna just be on here talking with nobody every night for 5 hours, 1 hour. I know that wouldn't make any sense. You got to put some action.
So do you own a property already, Ramisha?
My own property, but I don't own it because I live in a single family, but I do own a property technically in Georgia, but it's my parents' house.
All right, cool.
If that makes any sense.
So typically what you would do when you're getting ready to get a mortgage approved, you're getting ready to get in a space, let's just say I was your lender, like not lender, but I was your realtor. What state are you in?
I'm in North Carolina, expensive state of North Carolina.
Great place to be. I own land in Asheville, North Carolina, and hopefully we weren't affected by the hurricane.
Right.
I want to say this. You would call me up and say, Claudia, I'm ready to buy. I will send you something that looks like this. I'd say, please complete my survey here at I'mReadyToBuy.net. Okay. You would fill this out, your name, month of birth, so I can celebrate you when your birthday comes, your mailing address. Do you know your 3 credit scores? Is there a second borrower on the loan? Is this going to be primary or investment? What type of property are you interested in? Is it single family, condo, multifamily, townhome, commercial? How many bedroom would you like? How many units would you like? Are you financing or paying cash? This is the literal survey. It comes to me, I give you a call, and we work out the plan. I don't know what the plan is yet because we haven't this far yet. But you don't just go into that's not how you buy real estate. You need to have a professional with you the entire way along the way. Okay. Let's say you're not ready. Claudia, my scores are in the 580s. I got to get those scores up. Then we're going to put you in a credit repair program where we're going to walk you through getting your credit together. Guys, sometimes you're going to have to spend a little money to gain the knowledge. So I give an example. I wanted my husband's scores to be at 800. I paid for a trade line so his credit score could boost because there was no activity on his credit score. So there was nothing going on for the scores for nothing to assimilate. I think I paid what, $350 for that trade line? But look at the doors that it opened. Look at the doors that it opened. Okay. Stacy, welcome to the community of buyers. Go ahead, Kendall.
Hi, my question is, so as far as the joining is concerned, is that for realtors or for buyers and sellers?
That is for whoever wants to buy. If you're a realtor and you want to buy, and you say, you know what, I'm a realtor, but I don't really know how the game works. I don't know what this process looks like. Then you want to join, yes.
Okay.
No matter what your profession is, if you are a buyer looking to buy, hey, Kendall, if you're looking to buy in the space, then you do want to join in that capacity. And I'll tell you, I would put a lot of times we look at things like that and we look at them narrow. I want you to do this instead.
Okay.
Because if you go through the process, guess what potentially you're able to do? Duplicate. You're able to, are you a realtor?
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted everybody to hear that you're a realtor. So now guess what? You can now have the information to be able to have your buyers journey through the field of real estate. Okay. How do you join the community? Literally go to recessionproof2024.com and come on to the Zoom and you'll have the link right here.
Thank you.
No problem. No, this is not only properties in Florida. This is properties in all 50 states. This is properties in all different states.
Claude, I hope this is my last question. This is Ramisha.
Make sure we here.
If we need, guys, let's say for instance, we're thinking, I've seen properties, multi-units in Georgia, right? That's where my home state is, and I'm visiting my parents a lot. Recently, I'm down there, but they just didn't seem like the right ones. But I have no idea what I'm doing as well. So will you guys kind of like walk through some of those options and say, hey, here, I'm gonna tell you right here, Misha, you up for grabs consideration, your credit score is great. This is what you need, kind of help and support me along the way. And grants, I know there's USDA loans and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Misha, my job is to get you into the properties in the next 90 days.
Right, right. And is there any incentive on you guys' part once you're in the program? Of course, we get people to help do the deals. Like, is there extra fees associated with the program?
No, absolutely not. Now, if you need credit repair, there could be a small fee there, yeah.
Right.
But there's no fee to, like, there's gonna be no more, there's no upsell, no more. I mean, unless you like what I'm doing and I come up with a new program, and now you like, oh, I'm on my third property, I wanna do this again, I wanna come to Claudianne's mastermind.
Right.
You know, but right now, what I can tell you is that the spaces are filling up fast. I'm only gonna take about 14 to 15 people. And I see people already joined. So congratulations to those. And so if you want to just grab a seat, go ahead and grab your seat. And we're going to journey you through this process. Remember, this is not a course where you're going to come here and learn. No, we literally are turning you into an investor.
All right. Okay. Thank you much. Thank you so much.
Hi, Claudianne. How are you?
Good. I just want to let y'all know, somebody just said they're in Brooklyn. I'm actually about to start a tour. It's going to start in North Carolina. And then I'm going over to New York, Jersey. So I'll be there. And so just turn your notifications on if you have Instagram, because I'm going to be traveling a little bit into 2025. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask you a question. All right. Thank you for the 2 people that just joined. I do see the notifications coming in. I didn't catch your name, but I did see the notification come in. Thank you for securing your seat. And getting you coming to Los Angeles. Yeah, how do you know? I told you already, Kendall. I'm coming to California. I have a team of realtors there. So yeah, I'm coming to all the places where my team is.
Yeah, I was hoping you would. I didn't know. So now I know I can see you in person.
Yes, yes. And she's also in my real estate community, guys. Tawanda Wisby, we're gonna be learning some amazing things with Pace Morby. So I hope you're excited. Did you register, Kendall?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the because it starts this week, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, cool.
Yesterday.
So I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm ready.
Well, let me ask you, even on that side of the field, on the real estate side, do you feel like I provided you value? I didn't say this. I don't know what she's gonna say, so I don't know if it's good or bad. But what's your experience with me so far?
It's been really good. It's like I've reached out to you. I've been on the meetings. I was surprised you gave me your number. You spoke to me a few times. I'm about to bug you again, so I need a little bit more of your time. But you talked to me on the phone. You gave me valuable advice, great scripts that I've printed out, so when I do my calling, I could call. So it's been good. And I'm not even with EAP, so she's really helped me. Like, I know she's not my mentor and she can't be there all the time, but yeah, the time that she's even called me or talked to me or answered my questions through Zoom, through my email or text or even Instagram, I appreciate it.
Thank you. And so I want to say this too, guys, because we have some major projects coming in both Africa, Ghana, and the DR. And my partner actually owns 200 acres. I can't make this up. She is actually giving our people the opportunity to buy before we even start promoting. We're getting access to information, and that's what these are about. Getting access to information. And so, guys, listen. If you're still on here and you're thinking about it, I see somebody else just joined, Angela. Thank you. I want my daughter to join. Will there be another opportunity for her to join later? My voice is gone. Yes, there will be, and she can actually join now. I'm only gonna take about 14 people in this because I want to make sure. See, when I got one place, I don't have that the team not there yet. So I want to make sure that we literally are taking you step by step by step by step. Okay, I want to make sure that I get the first 14, 13 to 15 people into their properties. This is not something that I do normally. But I feel like to do it now because I don't know what's gonna happen in 2025 when we get this new administration in office.
One question. How much startup does one need upon joining the program to be able to be successful in it?
I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes it's $0.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a sub-2 deal. Sometimes it's a hard money deal. Sometimes, Kendall, I might bring a property to you. You might have a capacity to borrow the money from the bank, but guess what? I don't have enough money yet for renovation, so we might bring another partner in for you for that deal to work. Or what you might be able to pitch to the investor is, wait, this property is worth 800,000. I'm only buying it for 200. You might as well give me the loan for 300. So now I paid off the 200 plus I got 100,000 to do my renovations. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. It's smart.
Yeah. So every deal is going to be based on the scenario and the situation.
Okay.
My client, that pink house I just showed you, she was able to secure that property for about 300,000. She's going to spend about 60,000 in renovations.
Yeah.
Okay. Guess what happens? I sell that property at 700. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. And I tell y'all, people say, well, why you didn't buy it? I didn't have the capacity at the time because we were in the process of buying the building. Okay. And it's not always about the money. It's all sometimes it's the time that so you heard my husband, I asked him for the address, if he remembered the address of the property he made me sell. Here's what I mean. I bought that property for 150,000. And it was COVID and I was real busy. 3 months went by. He said, Claudienne, I just saw another mortgage payment here. What we do with this property? I don't see you working on it. Like, you want this property. I said, I'm coming, I'm getting it together. Now, remember during COVID, it was a demand for all the workers. So now I can't get the workers over there. The wood ain't here on time. Like, that's the kind of stuff we were experiencing. Yeah, 199 is a one-time amount. So watch this. Month 4 came, he hit me with the same question, Claudienne, a mortgage payment just hit. I said, forget. He said, well, if you're not gonna do nothing to the property, sell it. And so I did that. Y'all bought that property for 160. I bought it for 160. How much I sold that property for? Almost $400,000, y'all. It had not even been 6 months. We did nothing to the property. My husband's telling you, come here. We did nothing to the property. Nothing. I bought it for 160 and sold it for a cool 400. That's the kind of position you got to be in. But yet I live in Miami. The guy lost the property. People gonna lose property. People gonna die every day. People gonna get divorced every day. People gonna go to probate. People gonna lose their jobs. Like, it just happens. The questions are in the way of the money. All right. Go ahead, Thawanda.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well.
Okay, I have a question. Now, in order to join, I'm actually speaking for my daughter. She's not a realtor yet. How long is this offer is going to take for her to join? Because actually she's starting school this week for real estate, and it's only like 4 weeks.
You don't need to be a realtor to be in this program.
Okay.
I just happen to be a realtor because that's my job.
Okay.
You do need to have a source of income.
Yes. Okay.
And if not, you have to do some creative.
Yes.
And I don't mean, when I say that, y'all, I don't mean lie and be tricky. No, there are ways to accumulate properties with no money down.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Thank you.
Yep, definitely get her a ticket, get her in the building. I tell y'all what, for everybody that signed up tonight, hey, should I do this? My husband say do it. For everybody that signs up tonight, I'm gonna give you 7 days of live action of Pace Morby. Does anybody not know who Pace Morby is? Don't worry about it. you can go follow him right here. I'm gonna give you access to Pace Morby's 7-day class that I'm offering. Dang, should I do that? Oh, my husband say Black Friday early. Well, there you go. Everybody that joined my community today is gonna be able to experience Pace Morby for 7 days. Learn how to accumulate properties with literally no money down. I just put his Instagram there, so if you want to check him out a little bit, you can. Sierra, the 199 is a one-time amount. Kawanza, thanks for joining. I just saw that you joined. You now have access to Pace Morby. Now, the people don't know. People that registered before don't know they're going to get access to Pace Morby. But that's something I'm going to offer to them for joining. Thank you for joining, Kawanza. Congratulations. Welcome to the buying community that I'm going to be hosting, getting you guys from point A to point B. A Z. Let me say Z. All right. Any more questions for me at this time? Any more questions for me? I'm going to stay. I want to.
How often will you do your cohort? If you take this group and it fills up, how often will you be doing it?
I'm not sure. You know, I want to see the results, which I already have results. But those are people who know me, they trust me, they rock with me, they call me, they know I've been in the business for 24 years. Those are people that know that they can continue running their businesses, and I'm gonna send them great deals, and they don't gotta worry. They don't gotta worry because they know Claudia gonna take care of it. Welcome, Angela. I hope I'm thankful that God put me in a position to be in the path of your success. I definitely want to congratulate you on that. Thank you, Tawanda. Thank you. All right. Do I have any more questions? Any more questions? Thank you, Stacy. So I don't know if I'm good. Y'all, I get in these, like, I don't even have like, where you can go. Like, you can go to my YouTube. I have so much content that's not even on YouTube. I realize that there's really nothing you can't call me for. I almost got a resource for everything. I'm filled with resources. So when you're spending the $199, don't think of it as $199. Think about all the resources you're about to tap into, all the people that I'm going to expose you to. So my husband just said, happy early Black Friday. I'm going to give everybody that joins tonight access to Pace Morby's 7-day course on how to acquire properties with no money down. How many people want that? How many people would rather that? Forget the grant, forget the credit. Let me just get me a property with no money down. I don't got to show my W-2s. I don't got to show my 1099s. Like, how many people would really want to tap into that? Kendall, please text me because I want to make sure you got that email. Kendall, please text me because I want to make sure you got that email to get into the physical community.
Claudia, can you
Yeah.
re-drop your link in the chat? My parents are trying to find a link.
Okay, that's okay.
Thank you.
What time for the parents? Oh, that's the Instagram link. Hold on. Yeah, thank you. The price is not bad at all. I've heard so many horror stories where people pay $10,000. I'm like, well, you ain't paid me $10,000 and I'm giving you all the information. Why are you not going back to the people? Yes, who's Samantha? If you jump on my recessionproof2024.com right now, it'll give you immediate access and you'll have access to the information that is here. But definitely, I am talking about properties that you can rent, properties that you can flip, properties that you can wholesale. Really do what you want to do with the properties. My job is to make sure you guys know. Okay. Thank you, Kendall. I do see the text message. I have you saved. It's Kendall Stephanie. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Listen, it's my time. I've got about 2 more spaces left. You are going to get a copy of this recording. And I just want y'all to know, okay, that 40-year mortgages are coming. They're already here. So we're also going to be able to, can you imagine being able to stretch that payment on a property that you ain't going to live in anyway for 40 years? Like, just think about if you can get a car payment with a 15-year, man, your car payment will be $30 a month. Think about that for a mortgage for a minute. Think about that for a mortgage. At a 30-year, my mortgage might be $3,000, but at a 40-year, a mortgage that's over 40 years might take me to 20. What did I say? So let's just say your mortgage at 30 years is $3,000. But let's say they stretch it to 40 years, which they've already started to do. Now your payment went down to 2,500 because you're paying over a longer period of time. How many people would like that? Most of us ain't living in no property for 40 years. Come on. Like, we ain't doing it. Especially the millennials. Y'all ain't doing it. You feel me? Y'all not doing it? Y'all gonna be like, I'm moving on up, sell Claudian. I'm ready to go buy on the beach. I want a condo. So our parents might have done it, but we're not. The truth is we're not in that space of doing that. So I got space, guys, for about two more people. And if it's you, secure your space. And I'm telling you, for 7 days straight, for 3 hours a day, you're gonna get nothing but Pace Morby. Okay. So I'm throwing that in there as a bonus. This is a class that he charges $9,500 for. He charges $9,500 for this course.
What is
And
his name?
his name is Pace Morby, and I put his Instagram in the chat box.
Okay, thank you.
I reposted it in the chat box. Kendall, I keep saying 9,000 and you keep correcting me. Margarita, you should actually join the community. Margarita, you should look. I just was talking about Margarita. Margarita is the owner, y'all, of the project that's coming. It's already here in the Dominican Republic. She's on my Instagram. I was just talking about, did I not just talk about that project with y'all? How we're going to be able to give you guys first looks at y'all. I went to the DR. I'm telling you, I bought a whole 3 bags of groceries for $5. I spent $5 on milk alone in the US. I'm making it up. Man, we always go to the DR, but listen, I promise y'all, I was like, is this right? It can't be right. And it's fresh. You could tell they just went down there, picked it off the tree and put it in the market space. Mangoes, man, it costs us all $3 a mango here. It's crazy. I'm telling you. So I don't know what's gonna happen in the US. So I'm just prepping myself. It take me an hour and a half to get to DR real quick. I'm gonna learn me a little Spanish. Actually, my son, 4, he already speaking Spanish. I heard him. He was like, A, B, B, C, D, E, F, G. I was like, wait, who taught him that? Then he counting in Spanish, uno, dos, tres, and he got the little the twang. I'm like, go legend. He gonna teach me Spanish. In fact, remind me, I'm gonna hire a Spanish teacher to come on Sundays. I'm gonna hire a Spanish teacher to come on Sunday. She was supposed to start, she never started. I'm gonna call and follow up with that. But I love y'all, America. Y'all trying to come to America. Y'all come on over here. I'm gonna just go to the DR. I love them down there. They love the people. Then we go and do our salsa. Boom, boom. And we go and do our huarache. Boom, boom, boom. The water is amazing. Like, it's peaceful, to be honest. And you're gonna be able to tap into those resources. Can y'all imagine being able to buy a property pre-construction? They ain't even put nothing in the ground yet. You're gonna be like me in Asheville. I paid $30,000 for that property. Only God knows what their properties were. They call me every week. Well, we're looking to sell. Are you looking to sell, Miss Hibbert? Nope. I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the fine. I ain't gonna do it. Now look, she says it's affordable. She's from there. It's affordable. It's way past affordable. It's just like, we sleep. All right, Angela, thank you for joining the community. I will see y'all. We will start working with you guys. If you need, I'm actually gonna send this recording out. We'll also send the link. Let me just see, hold on. Let me just see how many more spaces we have. Y'all want me to open up 5 more spaces? Hold on. Should I open it up? Hold on. Let me consult y'all. Hold on. Mario, do I have the capacity and the permission to go a little hard for the next 3 months? Oh, y'all want me to tell y'all what he just said? I ain't gonna do it. He's like, I need you to go hard because you've been off for 3 years. First of all, I birthed his 2 kids. I don't think that was off. See, that's what the men gonna do. They don't understand. And I had to push them babies out, okay? Push. I've been off for 3 months. The nerve of him. You try walking around with a baby in your belly at 9 months. Then I had a hernia in my stomach. Them kids was wearing me out. And I passed 40, y'all. Don't ever say it again. Women gonna be mad at you. They gonna be like, oh, you think it's a joke. He said, I was off for 3 years. I done had these. I ain't even gonna tell y'all what I want to call them. I ain't even gonna say it. Hey, Kelvin. Oh, wow. Congratulations. Welcome to the community. Mario gave me permission, y'all, to go. When it's time to go hard, I have to consult because I don't want them to be like, well, you missing from home. You been gone all day. They have to be all on one accord. He knows now he has to pick up what I'm typically, if I drop the kids in the morning, now he dropped the kids. Lately, he been dropping and picking up the kids. So we do what we got to do. I want Mario to wear the pregnancy belly for one day. Y'all, they can't even roll, okay? They ain't about to do it, okay? Tell me I've been off for 3 years. That's what he just said. He said, yeah, I need you to go hard. You've been off for 3 years. What? So I'm going to open it up. Let me open it up. I'll open it up to 5 more slots.
Miss Claudine,
I'm here.
girl, my eyes about to close shut. I'm trying to hang with y'all. I can't hang no more. But thank you so much for all the information. I signed up. Should I just be checking my email tomorrow for any information?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're going to get a very detailed, first of all, you're going to get a link, survey, and then we're going to put you into a group in a space so I can make sure I follow along and understand what everybody got. Y'all got to remember now, this is a group. You're going to get support from the group, but it's still an individualized plan. Remember, when you are buying, your profile looks different than the person to the right. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I'm still going to be involved in the day-to-day processes of what's going on with you in terms of getting you set to purchase.
Okay, great. I feel like I'm in great hands. You are a powerhouse. Thank you so much for all the information. And I am so excited to work with your team.
Wow. What state are you in?
I'm in Florida, Miami, Florida.
Girl, you might be working with me directly. Woo!
Yes.
All right, wait. Let's just do your buyer's consultation right now. Okay. Are you currently working?
Yes. I work a full-time job.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
Okay. And you are a CP, like what type of nurse are you?
Right now, I work at the VA. Yes, I'm an RN.
All right, perfect. And what is your income for the year? If you don't mind answering that.
I would say anywhere in between 120 and 130 for the year.
And what are your credit scores?
Right now, my credit score is so low, girl. Went like 580. I've been trying to get it up, and it just will not move.
All right, cool. Did I ask you what your credit? Oh, yeah, I did. I asked you for your credit scores. That you just said they won't go up. So we're gonna take care of it. But watch this. Step number 2. How much money do you have allocated towards your home purchase? 20,000. And so now I have the next question. When is your target time to be in a property?
Right now, I'll give it another 6 months to a year. That's my target time.
Why 6 months to a year? Where are you living now?
Right now, I'm in an apartment. I'm in Pepper Pines, Florida.
Okay, cool. And what are you paying for rent right now?
$1,850.
All right. And what I'm gonna do, so what happens, guys, is that she would have done that on the survey. Most of y'all to get in here, you did some of the survey. Okay. So now that I have a profile of everybody here that's going to be joining the process, what's going to happen is that she's going to fill that out. I'm going to look at it and I'm going to say, wait, her credit scores are not where they need to be. Let me look at her credit to see what's going on there. Let me analyze it. And then she's going to work on her credit. She might, I don't know what's wrong with it. So I don't know yet. I'm going to look at it. Okay. I'm going to tell her to go to freecreditreport.com and go pull your free credit report. Or you can go to Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax and pull all 3 for free. Okay. You have access to pull your credit scores and credit report free once a year. Okay. And then I'm going to say, okay, let's work on the scores. Let's see where they go in the first month. Let's see, like, I don't know yet what I'm going to tell her because I don't know if she got a late payment, we'll try to get it off. If she's got a settlement, we'll try to get it off. We'll figure that piece out when we get there. And then as her credit score starts to go up, we transition to her into, well, we're going to take her over to the mortgage approval process. Okay. I'm going to now help her understand the process of home buying. I'm going to do a buyer's consultation with each of you. I'm going to show you what that process looks like. what the documents look like. Here's the purchase price. I mean, here's the purchase contract. I want you to get familiar with it. If you don't understand something, now is the time to ask. Because once we start looking and we find the right property, I don't have time for you to go look and review we got to act now, because I'm telling you, I don't know what's going to happen in 2025. Okay.
And the only reason I said 6 months to a year is because a lot of people say, you know, the closing process, it takes a long time. This is what I heard. I'm just going off what I heard. So that's why I said, okay, well, I'm expecting like 6 months.
Girl, watch me do this thing in 90 days.
Wow.
We get ready to get you up out of that apartment. And guess what? Sometimes it paid to break the lease. If I can get her into a 4-unit, guys, and maximize her capacity, and she got to pay $2,000 to break the lease, we'll get the seller to pay it. I'll get the seller to give her credit for $2,000 to go break the lease. I'm not gonna make her stay in a lease when I got a good property that she could buy over here. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. Well, guess what? I'm not gonna encourage her to do it. Does it make sense?
Yes. But again, I'm really excited.
What's your
I
name?
have a lot of
You got this
entrepreneurial goals
option
right
menu.
now.
Wait, what's your name?
Quintera Carter.
Now, what were you saying?
Right now, I have a lot of entrepreneurial goals as far as nursing, entrepreneurial goals. I want to own my own ALF.
Girl, I got an
And
ALF on the market right now. It's yours.
that is what I want. That is my dream. Oh my God.
Girl, that's like, that dream is no longer deferred. I want y'all to mark this date. I want y'all to, it's 38 people on here. Because one day I'm going to come back and say, y'all remember Quintera? You have student loans, Quintera?
I do, but I only owe like 3,000. Nothing crazy.
All right, cool. So you don't need to come. But if you know some people with some student loans, you need to invite them next Thursday to the in-person. It's free. No strings attached. It's 11/11. I just put Kiana. Hey, Kiana. Kiana's getting ready to do about 4 or 5 contracts. Kiana, how many contracts you about to submit for one of the buyers?
Right now we have 3,
Wow.
but he's still looking for more property. So he's in Pace Morby community, actually.
I know. And
Wow, that's
listen, he's doing all
awesome.
kind of deals. So Quintera, I'm gonna tell you right now, I just wanted you to know this, that property is already set up for an ALF. The license is transferable. You will own the ALF, adult living facility, for those that don't know what it is, and you're gonna own the real estate piece.
Girl, don't make me cry.
You better I'm about to have chills. No, honestly, I'm about to have chills.
Wow, I am
about to have chills.
I'm feeling like this is the moment. This is the time. I've been wanting to do this for about 5 years now, and it just seemed like God just been drawing me closer and closer and closer, and he been putting people in my life that it is just gonna make this happen for me, and I'm so thankful. And like I said, I'm like a silent viewer. I always watch you. And I was just telling one of my coworkers today, I just gave them your information. I said, she a powerhouse girl. Go on her Instagram.
All the nurses.
Oh, yes.
Send me all the nurses.
I definitely will.
Let me
I have
work
a
with you
couple of nurse
first.
friends who also want a ALF.
Let me work, and guess what? Not only do I have one coming, and it's not even mine, it's one of my partners that I've worked very long. We work like this. We don't have one, we got 3 coming.
Wow.
Right here in the city.
Miss Claudine, I'm your girl. I'm ready.
Don't send me nobody else. Let me work with you.
Uh-huh.
And then you gonna go brag to your nurses, friends.
Yes.
You're gonna be like,
yes. Thank you.
Oh, it's 11 o'clock, y'all. I gotta get up.
Listen, I gotta be up at 5 in the morning, but I couldn't miss this.
Okay, go to sleep, because I want you to go to work on time.
Thank you. And I'm looking
for college.
Well, I went to UF, but I didn't graduate from UF. I kind of like chopped up my RN. I went to the community college. I got my LPN, and then I went back to Mercy. I got my RN. I don't owe anybody anything but that 3,000. And now I'm in my BSN. You know, I'm doing my BSN so I can get my nurse practitioners.
Y'all know nurse practitioners she gonna know a whole bunch of good people, girl. We gonna be good friends. Don't worry about it. I'm coming to the housewarming. I'm coming to the.
No, I'm not married.
I'm coming to the wedding when you get married. We're gonna be friends forever. What high school did you attend?
I went to Miramar High School.
Okay. Come on, I'm a chief. All right.
Yes. No, not what you call it. I went to Miramar, but I didn't live here my entire life, pretty much.
Okay.
I moved to Miramar when I was 7, and real estate was like so cheap when my parents moved us up here. I think they bought our house for like 100 and something thousand, and that was a 5-bedroom then.
Hold on. It wasn't cheap back then.
Well, it wasn't cheap, but
The value of money was just
considering
don't
how much you
compare.
would pay right now, it seems like it was cheap.
Gas was cheap. Not gas was
Yeah,
not.
yeah. But things have changed so much. Miramar is, I never imagined that Miramar and Pembroke Pines would be what it is today. I remember 75, that was like a ghost highway. Nobody drove back there. It was no lights on the highway.
That's where I'm at right now. So you're talking about. But I want
Yes.
you to get your rest. We're gonna get started with you first thing tomorrow.
Alrighty, perfect. So I'm looking forward to it, girl. I'm looking forward to your email. And I put my phone number in there if you gotta send.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right. All
All
right.
right. Good night.
All right. Anybody else got any questions? Anything you want to tell me? I'm here with y'all. I feel like we're in this thing together. I did open it up. I opened up the class for 5 more people. And then so I have room. So if it's you or you want to get into the community and literally have us walk you through the process, the time is now. The time is now. All right. Well, I don't want y'all looking at me, and I don't want to keep looking at y'all. So what I'm about to do is go over here and get myself together, get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a very big day for my real estate, the Great 8. I call them the Great 8 because we're literally creating inventory for people like you guys. We are literally creating inventory for people like you. Kendall, make sure you go see if you got that email. I'm calling you because I know you on LA time. So I know you're not going to sleep right now. Let me see, 10, 9, 8. I still got to count my fingers, y'all. Okay. If y'all learned something from me, Sierra, like Kiwanza, Ramisha, like Lakina, I see you. Stacy, what I want you to do, where's Stacy? Stacy, you laying down. You ain't playing with them. You like, I'm going to listen in, but I'm going to lay down. You're not even playing with them. Kendall, you're going to be a part of your own grade 8. So that class is in person right there, but we're going to do something together with you. I just got to get you the email because I think when you see it, you'll realize, oh, we've gotten started. Tomorrow, we have a meeting no, it's not. It's Thursday at 9 p.m., which we're going to be going over the foundation of our business. What does that look like? Like, how do I build a solid foundation? And that's going to be a part of my community on the real estate side. All right, y'all. Peace out. I'm out. Oh, so Stacy, wait. I would not. How do you know what your DTI is? Did somebody tell you what your DTI is? Stacy.
Can I unmute?
You already unmuted, girl.
Okay. Yes. So I actually the car payment that I have is over $600. I have a full-time and a part-time, and plus I have credit card debt. I have like 3 credit card debt, which I need to bring down.
What's your yearly income?
It's in the, I would say that again. I didn't hear you.
What is your yearly income?
Could you repeat? Roughly with both jobs, it's about 78.
Okay, cool. And how much?
I have a full-time and a part-time.
I heard that. All right, good. And then how many more months do you have on the car?
I would say that I have about 2.5 more years, but I really want to get my own thing, start my personal care home. So to be honest, I don't know if that's a good decision.
If owning the real estate is a great decision, and owning the business is it's like gravy on the top. It's like gravy. Think about the breast that's dry, but you're still gonna eat it because you need to.
To be honest, I would get that car if it's a wise decision, and even get a bicycle or the bus to get me to where I want by owning my own personal care home.
But did you join the community?
About to join it now. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna drop the link down here one more time so you just have access. I want to work with you. What state are you in?
Georgia.
Oh, that's easy. All right, so easy. So we're gonna do when you get into the community, I'm literally gonna walk you through what we need to do. I don't want it to I don't like paying off debt unnecessarily. If I can get you into that property with the care in it, I gotta understand that piece because you didn't say I don't know yet what that looks like. You're gonna tell me what it looks like. If I can get you into the community, right? And then I can say, wait a minute. I don't want you to pay off that car loan because what's happening now is that you're taking money you could potentially pay into your down payment and you're putting it into what I could consider bad debt. What if I can get you to pay that, take that money that you would take to pay off the car, use it as a down payment for the property, and because the business is attached to the property, now you're making income. That income can now pay that car down. I got to look at the profile. Do you understand what I mean now, guys? When I say I could throw you in a group, but what are you going to learn? Like, this is not that type of thing, okay? This is not something that is you're going to be charged $199 a month. It's that this is a literally a fee for me to look at your profile, tell you where you are, tell you where you need to be, but in between where you are and where you need to be, map it out for you. You complete the assignments and get your butt in a real estate property. Okay. So Stacy, I see you still laying down. I need you to click the link, girl. Stacy, come on, make me feel good, girl. I opened up that extra seat for you. You muted. We can't hear you, Stacy. Stacy muted on purpose.
No, I hear you.
So the difference between guys, the people who are property owners and the people who are not is the people who make a decision to cut off the old. And I want y'all to pay attention to this. And the word decision is incision, which means, watch this. Let me share this with you. What does incision mean? Watch this. Okay, a cut. So you got to make a decision to move forward. A cut off the old stuff. Don't stay in the same position that you were in a whole year ago, maybe your whole life ago. See, I heard Pastor Kim say something the other day. She said, being born in a circumstance is not your fault. Okay. We all got here by a mom and a dad. Everybody agree? Y'all agree? But it is your responsibility. It is your responsibility to get yourself in a better position. Okay. How do you do that? You tap into resources like this. You tap into the community. You tap into things that are going to feed your soul of how you elevate from being on food stamps, from being on WIC with the block cheese. When I look at that block cheese, I'd be like, in fact, I'm gonna be honest with you, Stacy. I was looking in my drawers and taking out the stuff I didn't need. And I was like, get this grater out of here. We don't even grate. Like, now, if it's the Jamaican block cheese, okay. Crackers, my water crackers, and I'm gonna eat those up. Okay. My parents are Jamaican, but for y'all that don't know, my parents are.
We have Tasty's cheese, not block cheese.
Oh,
But
okay.
as I say,
Exactly. But Claudienne is not grating any cheese. Okay. Give the grater away. Okay, that's not my thing anymore. So the thing is that we all can elevate, guys, if we have the right information. Okay. When am I coming to California? I am in the process of figuring that out, but I will definitely let you guys know. Okay. I haven't put California yet on the map. I am going to North Carolina. I am going to Georgia, New York, Jersey. Oh, and then after New York, that's a lot. I'm going to New York, New Jersey first, then North Carolina, then Jacksonville, Florida, then to California. So I will keep you guys posted on those dates. Oh, my back's starting to hurt. All right. Any more questions for me? Stacy done put on her glasses. Stacy is signing up. Stacy put on her glasses. She have on her glasses.
where's the link? Can you send me the link? Please?
It's in the chat box, darling. It's in the chat box.
Okay, good.
Guys, we gotta stop playing around with our lives and our livelihoods. We gotta start playing with our lives and our livelihood. So yeah, Brenda's on here. Brenda is bringing me. I'm actually going to North Carolina to support my real estate team there, and we're gonna be doing a host of things. I hope Brenda, y'all ready, because we going to work. We going to work, and I email. When I hang up here, I'll go into the emails and start working for the day on the emails. All right. No more questions for me? If you have no more questions, you can be dismissed from the Zoom, but I want to make sure that everybody has access to what's going on. Good night, Margarita. See you guys in the morning. 8:50. Be there at 8:50. Hey, Mike, Porter Latin. Mike, inbox me a phone number, Porter Latin. Mike, inbox me a phone number for me, please. I gotta call you. I gotta ask you something. I was just talking about you 2 weeks ago. Guys, if there's no more questions, just drop a good night and exit off the screen. But I do want to wait for those last minute people that want to join the community and really get access to learn how to buy properties with no money down. Get the credit report. All right, guys, that's my time. Peace out.